Hello, everyone out there. Michael Daniels in user-to-user community. Listen, this is just a thing to get together. I know some people have been asking lately. Those of you that are in the film strip, if you'll mute unless you have a question, then just ask your question or wave your hand, raise your hand and stuff. I'm looking over at different monitors. But if you have a question, pop in. Hey, say whatever. Interrupt me because I'm looking over at a different monitor, so I might not be looking that way. Or feel free to leave a comment over there because I can hear whenever somebody leaves a comment in the chat over on the right-hand side, I can hear that happen, so I might look over there too. Try not to get distracted. I don't want to take too much time because there's a lot of stuff to go over, so I really want to get into it and start going. But the important thing is here too, anyone that's out there that does come in, right now we only have one viewer out there, but if another viewer comes in for whatever reason, they're more than welcome to ask a question and that kind of thing, and I will try to answer that as well. So without further ado, let me go to my screen share. Can everyone see this okay? I guess I need to take my lower third off, correct? Okay, lower third. So you can see my Google Drive that I have right here. Is that fairly legible? Doesn't have to be clearly legible. I just want it to be able to be seen and let you see a folder and that kind of thing. Is the main thing that I would like to.
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. All right. First things first. I'm going to go basically along the menus and things like that so you can kind of see and give you the opportunity so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to talk about the new button. That's going to be one of the first things I do, and then also right here where it says My Drive. Okay, so those are the things I'm going to talk about first. When clicking the new button, you of file. Into great details on this, just going to show you that there is an opportunity to do these kind of things. This is a file from your hard drive that you have on your computer. Folder upload. You can upload a whole folder as well. If you have a folder that is out there, you can upload that folder as well. And then also, it lets you create a Google Doc, a Google Sheet, Google Slides, and then you have, if you click on the little arrow caret there, Google Forms or Google Drawings. This lets you start one, create one, design one, that kind of thing. And then you can connect more apps. We won't go into great detail there, but I just wanted you to know that's how you do a new or get it going new. The other thing you can do, if I go over My Drive, I can right-click, and I have all those same options. It just looks different. Now, why, I don't know, but new folder, upload files, upload folder, new file, and then all those are listed down here. Exact same things, just gives you two ways of doing it, and that is with a right-click, okay? I am right-clicking on that when I do that, and then those come up. So I can create and design any one of those when I first come up. Now, some of you will probably be seeing this. You can see mine is in list view. If I go right now, I can click grid view, which it shows in like blocks. Okay, it shows all my images. It shows my folders, as you can see right there, listed like that. Or I can go to list view. This is everything up here is a toggle. Up all these menus up here. The sort option, the view details, and the settings, those are all toggles. Okay, so I can toggle, click grid view, go right back to list view. Okay, so it's just whatever's easier for you. Mine, I'm more linear. I'm more used to it from using Windows and things like that, seeing it this way. So this is more convenient for me. This is my choice, though. The next thing, and I'm trying to go in order too, so that way I don't miss anything either. The sort option. This is pretty cool. You can choose right here, last modified or last edited by me, by name. Those are one of the things you can do, though. And it is one way. You can't do it like, for example, if I wanted to go Z through whatever, I can't do that. For example, if I click name, it will always, and keep in mind, it will always give you folders first. Somebody needs to say something because my headset, so somebody just say something. It doesn't matter.
Something.
Hello.
Something.
Thank you. Okay, every once in a while you have to pop in because my headset, since it's wireless, it'll cut off, which is great to save my battery, but not really good when I'm trying to do this and I'm going, whoa, hold on, what's going on? So anyway, So now, so name, I can't click that and it doesn't change. Nothing changes. I'm clicking it right now, trying to get it to go the other way, but it won't do that. So what it does is it gives me alphabetically all my folders, and then it gives me all my files, numbers and A and etc. through that. Okay, but I do most often last modified. I want to know the most recent things I've been working on, and it does the same thing with folders. These are the most recent folders I've used. Then it immediately goes to the files that I've done. So I can see those. I'm not going to stick on a lot of this stuff because some of this stuff is work-related, personal, and all that kind of stuff, so I'm not going to stay on a lot of stuff a long time, just so you know. The next thing is view details. Now, I'm in, as you can see, I'm in my drive, and I can select these. These are selectable. So I'm in my drive. I can view the details of my drive. It's going to tell me all the details and activity. I can see the details on the drive, and then activity. So it shows me every activity of what's been going on in my drive of things that I've done. Like removing things, I did that for a test tonight so you can see how that's going to work. So I can see the recent activity. This is really cool. So if you're working on a project like, gosh, I just don't know where that file is, one way to get to it, a quick way, is to go in and go to recent activity, and you can find it that way. So that's kind of I like that. It's very useful. And I'm just going to, real quick, just to draw so everyone can see, I'm up here right now. Those that maybe couldn't see where I am, but hopefully you do. And then settings, I'm not going to go into great detail, but one thing that's really good about this is the ability to work offline. And I'm not going to go into, again, great detail on that, but I just want you to know that that is a great feature to be able to do that as needed and when needed. Okay, activity, gear wheel, okay, folder. All right, so now when I go to a folder, if you notice, I'm going to go to the game night one just because everyone's familiar with that one. I want to show you the links that we have here. Okay, so the folder, and we have a link. I can get for game night folder, I can actually get that link and share that with someone. So I can share that folder with someone. So let's say we have a folder that we're all sharing, and this would be, if you look at the Z folder to share, which I think, let me see if I can get it right. I think it's this one. Is that right? Somewhere right there? It's like right here. See how it has the little people on there? It's got like a little figure, and I don't know how well you can see that, but I'm going to zoom in maybe so you can kind of see. If I get real close, see how it has people? The little person there? And again, I'm going to try and draw, but it has a little person right on the folder. That's letting you know that it's shared. And again, you guys can say something, because I think my headset's probably going to go a little wonky here.
Okay. Something.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. So that is how you know it's a shared folder. So you can actually share. So that's a link that you can get in that. This is a link to give to them. Okay, this is how to get a link quickly. Okay, but to actually share with them, this is how I would share it with them. I could share. Andrew, I'm going to use you as a guinea pig here. I would just type in Andrew. It would get his Gmail, boom, put it in there, and then this is shared with him, that particular folder. Okay, and then I can make it where he can edit or he can view. Again, I'm not going to go into great detail on this stuff. I'm just kind of showing you around Drive right now. Once I'm done, and again, look, you get a shareable link. You can get that link again. It shows you the link, so you can see it. You can copy the link. Don't have to do Control-C. You can just copy the link, and then done. So that's sharing and the link, etc. You can remove it. I can remove that folder if I don't want it anymore. I do want it, so. And then there's more actions. Okay, oops, look, it's shared. I guess I did share it with Andrew anyway.
Okay, I'll go look at it later.
All right, you're welcome to. More actions. More actions to do with this particular folder. I can create a new folder. This is a key one right here, a new folder. I can create a subfolder under Game Night. Let's say, for example, let's just use Game Night as an example. I can go right now and show you that I have folders I have playing with matches, figure it out. And notice when I shared that folder, it shared all these other folders and files as well. Notice a file, when it is shared, it has a little icon next to the file. Okay, that lets you know it's shared. But when you share a folder, it shares that folder and everything in it. So you have to be real careful if you have subfolders there. Okay, back to what I was saying. More. I can add a new folder. So game night, if I wanted to add a new folder for a new game I'm starting out, I can create a whole new folder for it and throw that out there. I can move this. If I don't want this under game night, I can move it under my personal, or I can move it under Little League, or one of these other folders. I can move it to a different folder. To do that, if I just click it, it gives me the option. It says where you want to move it. Here's the folders that you have. Where do you want to move it? Now, I don't want to do that, so I'm going to hit cancel. I can add a star. This is very convenient if you're trying to find something. If there's always a folder that you're always in and you're trying to go to and things like that and you want to get to, you can add a star to it. If I add a star to it, you notice it has a star. Over here you see starred. I'll get to that in just a little bit, but that's where it's going to be. Okay? I can unstar it. I can take that star and remove star. Okay? Let's say under the game night folder I want to change the color. I don't like that red. I want to change it to light blue. Okay, it's going to change it to light blue. This is great for color coding because game night for me, the main one that we play all the time is Plusword, and it's red color, so it makes me trigger to get that. And this is my company folder, so those two I get to right away. I mean, those are the main things that I do. So now each game I have color-coded based on the color of the banner that I use for that game, so it's easy for me to find color-wise which one. Like, try to guess. We're probably going to play that Sunday. Okay, that's a light purple. And then Hollywood Circles, that's a darker purple. So I choose those. Plusword is red. Figure it out's green. So I use those colors to help me identify those folders and get to them quickly as well. This is a great example of these things going on. And notice up here how I go back and forth. I can go back to my drive. And then if I go, I can use that, go to game night, and go into this folder, playing with matches. Notice it makes like a little tree, playing with matches, game night, my drive. So up here, if I want to go back to game night, I can go quickly back to those. It's an easy way of going back and forth using that to do that process. Let me make sure I don't get off track. Should remove more, right click, folder, move, yes, okay. Okay, so that's game night. So that's the details that you have. I think that's all. View detail. I can view details of that particular folder, what's going on, etc. Download, etc. Now, I'm going to try something since we did it. I'm going to try to let's see the people that I have it shared with. Link and view. I'm going to change this. Let's see if I can. I want to turn off specific people, save. I wanted to see what would happen if I took the link off. I just wanted to see just a test. Nope, it's still there. Okay, but I'll have to go in and check. And I've never done that. Wanted to take it off, so that's why I wanted to see what would happen. If anyone knows that, feel free to interject if you know what to do to take off. Oh, there it went. Look, it did. It took it off. So that's what you do. We just learned something. I learned something. See, I learned something by doing this stuff too. So now it's not shared. So I'm sure every folder underneath, those are not shared now anymore either. So, but I can see a couple files that I have shared. Okay, and we'll get into that in just a second. Okay. Let's see. New folder. Right-click. New folder. Move to. Yep. Okay. What do we have? Anything? Yes. Yeah, there you go. I like that. I like that, Andrew. That's fine. That's fine. I get it. Okay, shared folders and shared files. Okay, open an image. Here's what I want to do. First of all, let me just show you. I'm going to open this ghost image. When I do that, it's going to open up, and it shows you the image. Okay? And then I have some choices here what to do with that image. This is a PNG file, so I can open it with Pixlr. Let's say I wanted to edit it or change it or do something. If I have a favorite thing, PicMonkey, Pixlr Express, etc., and you can connect more apps. You just have to know how to do that, and I'm not going to go into great detail on that. But I use Pixlr Editor all the time. So it's an easy way for me to get one, go from there, and start it, and he kicks it in and starts it, which is really nice, very convenient. I can print it. I can share it, okay? I can share this image. And I'm going to share this just so you can see. I told Heather that I would be sharing some stuff with her. So I'm going to share this image so you can see. She can edit it. I can make it so she can just view, or she can comment on it. Let's say we're trying to say, okay, we're working on an image and for our logo and things like that, but I really just want her to comment on it. I don't want her to be able to edit it. I can set that up right here. Or if I just want her to be able to view it, I can set that up as well. I can do those kind of things. And when I do it, since I'm sending it to her email, I can say, hey, this is a test during the HOA, Google Drive demo. And that's just so she knows where it's coming from, and she can edit it. I can make it so it's view only, and click send. Now she's going to be able. Now it's shared with one person. Now if we go back real quick, I'm going to hit the X up here where it says close, because you see how it's charcoaled out right here. It always does that with these, and I'm going to show you that in just a second. Now it's shared, and you can see it put the little image next to it, letting me know that it's shared. So that's how you know what's shared. Okay. Again, I'm going to double click it, open it up again. And now I've shared it. Okay, I can download it. I can also download this PNG file, so I can put it on my hard drive, so I can have it there if I want to. Okay, more actions. And here's a key thing right here. Not that it's anything really relevant or important. I just want you to notice that there's only 3 items here. Remember that. There's add a star, so I can start right here. I can rename it right here, and I can report abuse. Okay. All right, those are the 3 things. Remember, 3 things. Remember that. Okay. I can get details on this in this image, how much I've done. I got who it's shared with, permission, all that kind of stuff. So you're going to see all that on that particular item, who you're actually sharing that file with. That can be very helpful information. Now this is a key one right here, pop out. This one is important because if you remember, remember the 3 things on that on the other thing. If I click pop out right now, it's going to pop it out and put it into its own. Now it's up here. It actually has a URL. Okay. Now there's a URL that we can have that you can see and use and edit. You know, you have an edit URL. Okay. So now you can pretty much share that, but they're not going to be able to look at it. I mean, they're not going to be able to. If you have it open to the public and everybody, then they'd be able to see it and share it, and etc. But look here when I hit more actions this time. Look how many things I have now. Now I have send feedback, embed item, add star, rename, and report abuse. This is key right here. Let's say I wanted to embed this onto my website, this image. To get the embed code, I could go right here, and now I have the embed code, so I can paste that HTML to embed in a website. This is big time for those of you that use websites and want to use an image from your Google Drive and have it linked out there all the time to your Google Drive. That right there is key. You can't do it the other way though. If you notice, if you do it from here, it's not going to. You don't have that choice. So I have to pop it out first. When I pop it out, then I have the choice to embed. Okay. I just thought that would be very useful. That's why I'm bringing this one up. Okay. Images. Okay. Embed. Okay. Okay, incoming. Here's the thing. You may have, right here, you can see I'm on Google Drive right now. You may have incoming. If you don't have incoming, you probably have shared with me right there where it says incoming. That is the old Google Drive. The old Google Drive said shared with me. So you haven't updated to the new Google Drive, and some of this is going to look odd to you if you haven't done that yet. So, incoming means shared with me, new stuff, anything that's new, okay? This is, oh, you're welcome, Mark, for the extra features, no problem. And listen, you're going to have a couple bonuses at the very end, too, I'm going to throw out there, too. It's really kind of cool. So anyway, just throwing in some extra stuff. These are incoming. These are anything that's shared with me. These are people that have shared files with me that we're using, interchanging, doing different things and stuff like that. The key thing that I want you to get out of this on the incoming is if you notice over here next to the file, all of them have an option to download. I can add that file in my Google Drive so it's more organizable for me. If somebody shared something with me, I don't want to have to go to incoming every time and go find that. So if I have this file that, you know, like right here, any of these, you know, whatever's coming in, I can take any of these, and I want to take it and I want to add that somewhere specifically. You know, if I want to do this, I can add it to my drive. Same way you did with that other stuff. You can take it and put it in any folder that you want to, just like you had that option before. Very nice ability to be able to do that. I love that because that way I can have it where I want it, not necessarily just, you know, where that particular thing is. So that's really cool. That's a really nice feature as far as I'm concerned. And notice you have all the same things with these that you do the other. Open with, you can open it with Google Sheets. That lets you know that. You can share it, get link, add star, rename, all that kind of stuff. A lot of times when there's more actions, it's giving you a lot of the same stuff that it's given before. Looks like, what is that Terry says? What does he have out there? The
we were
was worth a piece of, okay, ambition. Oh, he paid? I didn't get any of that money. I need to work with him on that. Okay. So that's that. Add to my drive. Download, locate in my drive. Got it. Okay. So the other really cool thing. This is something that I think, you know, Google is a search engine. So one of the coolest things, and Andrew, I'm going to use you as a guinea pig once again. But if I go like this and I type in Andrew, okay, it gives me anything and everything with Andrew in it, okay? And if I go to last modified, it's going to put it right here so I can see. I'm going to go to my scorekeeping. This is the scorekeeping sheet that I use when I'm doing the game shows, okay? So I'm going to go, and it takes me to the first page whenever I open it. Okay, I open it, and it takes me to that first page, but the word Andrew is not there anywhere. Here's a little trick and a little thing that you can do anywhere on the net, pretty much, but anywhere in Google for sure. Control F. Control F, and I want you to see what that did. I'm going to zoom in on this so you can see what it did. Up near here, it has a find in the sheet, okay? It'll find anything you want. This is a great feature. On the Mac, I'm not sure what it is. It's probably Command F, but I don't know that. So don't hold me to that. But I'm telling you, this is a absolute must. Control F. Okay? When I do Control F, what's nice about that is I can type in Andrew. So when I type in Andrew, it shows me right here. And again, I guess I need to leave it zoomed in so you can see what it's doing. Basically, what it's doing is it's giving me it can't find it. Okay, gives me nothing. So what I have, it says 0 of 0. So it found 0 of 0 right there. So what I can do is go right here, more options, and that opens up a menu. Now let me zoom back out a little bit, and let me move it over here so you can see it. Now it's going to look in all sheets for me. See right here where it says all sheets? If I go to find, now it does find it. Let me zoom out again a little bit so you can see better. Now it finds the word Andrew. Nice, huh? There, it found the word and it highlights it. See how it's highlighted right here? You can see the little blue bar around it like it does on spreadsheets. Let me find another incidence of Andrew. Boom, it goes right to it. Right here in this sheet, there's Andrew right there. And it'll toggle back and forth. I just keep hitting find. And if this is absolutely incredible. If you have very large spreadsheets and you're going from sheet to sheet and you need to find something like this or someone's name, this is one of those bonuses right here that I just provided for you. Really nice. So it all started from here, and this is a search where I have everything that Andrew or the name Andrew is in. Okay? Very great tool. Now, another cool thing with Search and Drive, I can search. There's a little caret next to search. I can just I want to get all of my presentations, okay, and hit search. There they are, all my presentations. Notice that P there? That's PowerPoint as well. It found my PowerPoint ones and my Google ones. How sweet is that, huh? Now, I can do spreadsheets. Find all my spreadsheets. There you go. Same thing. There they are. Oh, and look, there's a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. How about that? It finds, it's that smart. It finds all that stuff. I can find all the PDF files located on my hard drive. I can, when I last modified them, I can sort them by name if I'm looking for a specific one. I can still do all those same things. That's the kind of cool stuff that's really neat that you can do. I can find all the videos or images. Let's just do images and photos. Really cool. So I can get all the images and photos on my whole thing, my whole Google Drive. I can find just the videos. There they are, all the MP4s right there. Very, very convenient search tool stuff. It's really neat that I can delve inside of a file, like Andrew, his name, inside of a file to go and find exactly what I'm looking for as far as that goes. Cool little tip, huh? All right. The last thing I want to show you is, let's say, for example, I want a particular file to go into multiple. Let me go to the game. I'm going to go to the game night. And I want it to go, I want the ghost image that I pulled up earlier. I want that to go into, not only do I want it in game night, but I also want it into game night photos. Okay? So to do that, I'm going to left mouse the ghost PNG. See how it lifts up? I'm going to hold down the control button. When I hold down control, what that's allowing me to do is drop it in there. Now, notice that ghost PNG stayed here, but in game nights, it's there too. And it's shared. See there? So it's in two places. I can go to back over to game night, and there it is. There it is. Now, the only
Question.
Yep, go ahead.
Is that actually two different files, or is that just a link to the same file? In other words, once you move it and put it in both places, can you rename one without renaming the other?
That is a fantastic question, and the answer to that is it is exactly the same file. So it updates on, it's the same file. All it's doing is giving you a chance to look at it from two different places.
Okay.
That is what's cool.
So it doesn't increase your memory usage or anything. It's
Nope,
just
not at all.
Way to get to it. Okay, that's what.
Great question, though. Great question. Okay, Mark, you got to go?
Thank you, Michael.
No problem. No problem at all. So now it's in two places. So if I were in game night, and let's say, oh, I don't really want it in here anymore, so I want to go ahead and remove it. Well, I can right-click and remove it. Now, if you notice, okay, so now it's not in game night photos. If I go over to game night, wait a minute now, it's not here either. Uh-oh. Be careful removing. If you remove it from one, it removes it from everywhere else it was. So the only way to get that back is if I go to the trash, okay, and I have to go find it. Here it is, and I can right-click, and it actually has a restore. Or I could delete forever. But now I restored it, so now it's back. If I go to game night, it's under Ghost. Ghost is right there under game night, and then game night photos, it's back there. So if I don't want it in game night photos, what can I do? Well, here's what you do. You go to game night photos. I'm going to right-click it, and I'm going to move it. I'm going to move it back to game night, even though it's already there. I move it there, and now if I go back to game night, there's only one instance of it. All it did was take it off of that folder for me, so now it's not in that other folder. So now this is a cool little trick. I wanted to show everybody this one because this is another excellent one that is very useful and helpful. So when you want to put a one folder, one file that everybody, that is easy for you to organize and share, you can put it, in a couple different folders. Let's say I wanted to use that ghost image in a different couple games or something. I can have it there already for me where I can access it at that time. Just using that as an example. The last couple things, recent, it'll tell you all the recent. You can see I just worked on scorekeeping and Ghost, those two folders, so you can see that. Boom. It tells anybody that's shared something and what they've done to it and added to. It shows you their name, who the owner is, that kind of thing. So that's starred. These are the folders that I have starred. And then trash will show you anything that you've thrown away. So if you can't find something, you can, and it'll search that too. It's kind of nice. One thing I'm going to show you, and this is the last thing I'm going to go over, in our company, we do jobs where we use different colors in jobs, okay? Like different colored flakes for floors. So if in one of those colors is a CF9, this is going to give me a folder, everything that has a CF9. If I can find all the jobs where you use that CF9 color. And it's very useful. So if I go to one of these jobs, you'll see right here CF9 right up there, CF9, and that it shows you that. I don't want to stay on this stuff too much because this is kind of our business stuff, but at the same time, very, very useful search tools and things like that. We use a certain percentage of those flakes that I was talking about. Hey, find me all the jobs where we use 10% of that particular flake. You can immediately go find it in a quick, easy way. And we use that as a filing cabinet in our company. We have all of those job folders and stuff listed in there as a filing cabinet. So hopefully this helped everybody as far as organization and useful tools. I hope it did. I'm going to pull up this comment real quick from Mark because I know he had to leave, but I'm going to go ahead and pull it up. It says, I'll have to watch the rest replay tonight. Michael, I really appreciate you doing this. A question for later. I have trouble printing documents from Google Drive, but not from my hard drive. And that's a very valid point. I know that it can be and has been tricky to print from Google Drive. But I think they're making it easier and easier as they go. And I'd have to know more specifics and see and go through it and look. But you can, a lot of times, like I don't have a printer connected to this particular computer, but yet I print. The biggest thing with print is to make sure, and I'm going to cut back to this, there's the ghost image if I wanted to print it. I have to make sure that I choose the proper I can change this, the destination for this. It shows all of this stuff. And this is interesting right here. I'm going to show you something. If you use Google Cloud, okay, Google Cloud to print, there's Cloud Print, I believe it is, by Google. You can see right here this Rico. This Rico is our office. That's our office. Because it's hooked up through the internet, I could actually print a document right now at work, and it'll show up. Tell me that's not convenient. So this is the one located in our house, and then this is the one located at the office. So I can send it to that. I can save it to a PDF. I can print it to that. I can print it to all these different things. But that's pretty convenient, and that's based on my Gmail and how to get to that. But I think that right there is an amazing feature. And it has all the same things, and you can pull up, and it has more settings that you can do, looking at the margins and paper size and all that kind of stuff. You can change it whether you want two-sided, if your printer does that, et cetera, et cetera. So, I mean, I'm not sure what issues he was having, and I'm sure you can address that. I just want to make sure I make a point to bring it up because you brought it up. I wanted to go over that with you so you saw that and at least had a chance to see your comment there. What else? Talk to me. Anybody? Be glad to go over anything else. Is there anything that you're seeing that I'm not going over? Because, like I said, I did this really quickly. Go ahead.
Is there a visual indicator for the files that are duplicated to other folders, or do you have to rely on your memory?
That's a great point. And I don't believe that there is any visual. But what you can do, let me do this again, and I will. Oh, hold on. I'm going to do it so you can see. Oops. You have to make sure and move it first. Once you move it, then hit Control. Then you drop it in Game Night photos. I think once it's in there. Now, if I can go back to this ghost, Manage versions. No, that's not right. I thought it used to, and this is what it did on the old drive, and this is what I don't know from one to the other. It used to have right here, like with a search glass, show me where it is. Show me all the locations. Okay,
Yeah.
but obviously it's not doing that now, so I don't know.
Couldn't you just put it up in the search, put the name up in the search, and it
Yeah,
come up
yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
locations?
Yeah, you should. I mean, and I'm not sure if it'll do that, but we can certainly do it. Okay, it just shows the one. It just shows the one. Oh, there it is. Okay, okay. What I had to do was I had to get to it. Okay, I realize what I did now. I have to click on it and then right-click it, and then see where it says locate in my drive? There, that's where it is. That's where the original one is. It's telling you that. Okay? So on the copy, you can do it. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense to you. Like this one, you wouldn't have to locate because you know it's here in Game Night. Okay, but in Game Night Photos, if I go to this one, oh, it didn't do it. Why does it do it sometimes and then does and not others?
That is weird.
Yes. Well, see, there you go. Let's see if this has it. Mm-mm. Yeah, and that is very strange. I don't know why.
Oh, well, I can tell you why.
Okay.
Because there are not two files. One is a file. One is only a link back to that file.
Yeah, but why did he give it to me just a second ago?
Now that I don't know.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, as one is a file and one is a link, if you're going to search for it, it's only going to find the file. It's not going to find the link to the file.
Yeah.
You run into the same thing on Ancestry.com with their shoebox thing.
Okay. Well, so I don't know. I don't know the answer for you on that one. But I'm going to go ahead and remove this one out of here. And how to do that, I move. And I move it back to Game Night, hit move, and it will be under Game Night only, and boom, there it is. Okay. So no, there's no indicator that I know of that tells me that it's in two different places. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Anyway, what else? What else can I go over with you? Let's see. Does info show? Let's see what Terry says. Let me switch over. Does info show where the other aliases are? Which is exactly. Oh, okay. That's what he was talking about. Maybe info has that information. Well, let's go see. I will do it again. Oops. I have to remember how to do this every time. So if I go to here, and now that I've got it in two places, and I go to info right here, view details. Moved an item. Nope, just told me when I removed it. Restored an item. I moved to the trash.
Okay, Michael, once you move it into...
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go under the details. Here's the details that tells me where they are, location. Very good. Thank you for helping me work that out. I can see that this particular file is in Game Night as well as Game Night Photos. So it tells me right there.
Okay. Now that you found that, I know we couldn't rename one, but can you change the color of the folder on one?
Sure.
So
I
that
could.
so that you would know which was the original and which was just the link, you know?
Files you cannot change the color.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
File is individual and you cannot change the color, but I can change color.
Yeah.
Now this is actually, in looking at this, seeing that this X is here, since I don't want it in Game Night Photos, I can take it out right there. And boom, now it's only in Game Night.
So you don't have to move it back.
Right. So now, wow, see, I learned a little bit too. So Game Night has the only ghost, and I can write, or not, yeah, I can view details right here. And details. Boom, it's only under Game Night now. Very nice. Terry, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. Need to send him a thank you. There you go.
Michael.
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'm trying to figure out how to use what I would use Drive for. And so, like right now, we have a ton of stuff in Dropbox. So I don't know. I'm just trying to think. am I learning this just for the sake of learning this, but I don't really need to use it? What are some, I mean, I see what you're using it for, but I'm trying to figure out what I could use it for other than, you know, my, like storing my newsletters, I don't know.
Yeah,
And
Dropbox
I
and
don't know
Google
how you would
Drive. Yeah, I know. And Google Drive and Dropbox are very similar. My biggest answer to you why I use Drive for a
Yeah.
lot of what I use, because I use both too. We use Dropbox at work. We use Google Drive at work. My answer to you is anything collaborative. Google Drive is the way to go because we can both work on the same file, spreadsheet, things like that. That is 100% better than Dropbox as far as collaborative.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, and if you create anything using a Google spreadsheet, a Google Doc, a Google presentation, it counts nothing toward your total megabytes of what you're allowed to have in there. It counts nothing. It's zero. That's huge to me.
If I send someone, let's say our dog training contract, which I send to every new client, and right now it's just a Word attachment. If I send it from Google Drive, they wouldn't be able to open it if they don't have Drive, correct?
You can, if you make it viewable by anyone, anybody can look at a spreadsheet. They can look at a presentation, full presentation. They can look at a Word document. They can look at anything as long as you make it available for anyone to view.
Okay.
It has to be a public viewable, and you want that. That's probably something you do want to be fairly public.
But I can also make it they can't change it, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's where you do view only.
Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to think of ways to use it. I would think you would use this also a lot if you're bringing up stuff during a Hangout. Like, do you pull your screen share from Google Drive ever? If you're doing a screen share of something, PDF or something?
All the time.
Okay.
Every time. I pull it up in Google Drive, so I have it sitting there, and that's my screen share, and I go right to it.
Okay.
Always. That's how I do presentations.
Uh-huh.
I do a whole slide presentation using Google Presentation. It's just so much easier and more convenient for me. Mm-hmm. And you don't have that huge PowerPoint file that's taking up gigabytes. And you might have a terabyte of Dropbox. It's never going to matter. I mean, I don't know, but to us, that's a big deal in our company.
Mm-hmm.
So 15 years from now, when we're building that up, if we're using Google, any Google document counts nothing toward your Google Drive space. All those PDFs and all those images and those videos, those all count against your.
Right.
So that's why you saw a limited Excel document that I pulled up. I had one or two. It's only because I haven't converted it yet. And it's just so much easier for, and I think Terry put it here, he says, let's see what he said. Dropbox is not nearly as versatile. I agree with that, and that's exactly kind of the point I was going with on that. Also, his next statement is the fact that the apps are built into Google Drive is very valuable too. I think that's important and true too, because in Dropbox, you're dropping everything there. It's always another Excel sheet. It's a Word doc. It's a, then you have to move them around. Let's say you have a shared folder on Dropbox. You have to put that in there, so that's just with that client. To me, what I've just shown you, to me it seems easier doing it this way, but I do them both. I do them both at work and here. So I think there's a place for both.
Okay.
And let's see here. What did you say, Lon, there? And if you email it, it is converted to a different format, PDF, doc, etc. Right? You're talking about it as far as a Google doc, yeah.
Just like when you download them.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so if I sent a contract, that I could send it as a PDF. Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying it's converted when they get it? I'm confused on what you just said.
A Google Doc? You're talking about a Google spreadsheet or a Google Doc, correct?
A Google Doc. Oh, sorry.
Lon, that is correct?
Yes,
So
I
when you
believe, I
send,
believe either one is converted when it's sent as an email. I know
you
they
can
are if they're
actually,
downloaded.
and you can actually send a Google spreadsheet as well um, in a Gmail, but they're not going to be able to open it. What it'll do is it'll convert it to a PDF when they go to open it if they do not have a Google Drive account.
Okay, so if I sent a Word document through Google Drive, if they don't have Google Drive, they can't open it? Is that what you're saying?
They can open it and they can look at it. Anybody can. Anybody can look at it. It'll open up in the browser,
Okay.
and they'll see it and they can view it. They can do whatever. Matter of
Can
fact,
they,
I'll send you one so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about.
can they
I will
print it?
send you. hmm Yep, they can do anything that you can do with a browser window. So anything you can do in a browser window, you can do with a Google file doc.
Okay. Because I would like one place for all my contracts to be, just in case you get a interesting client,
Yeah, no, I get that.
as
I get
opposed to
that
having to go
totally.
try and find it and hard copy it. And I always have a hard copy, but then I have to scan it and all that kind of junk.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and you don't have to go through all that. I mean, we actually have. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
good stuff. But yeah, I mean, I look at it for convenience because a lot of times I'm doing stuff online. So Google Drive for me becomes very useful that way because I'd rather work on Google Drive and Chrome that's pretty fast doing that as opposed to going to Excel, having to bring it in and upload it and going through that whole process. It's already there. It's already
Mm-hmm.
there. So it's more of a convenience, I think, more than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of neat stuff you can do. You can password protect things. I mean, sure, you can do that with Google, with Dropbox as well, but you're not really password protecting just that file. You're protecting that folder or that, you can protect that file. But we have some that aren't accessible by others and things like that, where to me it's just really simple. Here, I can either share it with you or not. I can let you view it or not. I can go back and make it private because apparently I just did that and it worked.
Mm-hmm.
Which I love that ability to be able to just do it and it's right there. And again, I will reiterate, I use both. We use both at work.
Mm-hmm.
I use both personally.
Okay. All right. I'm going to give this some thought because I like I like the access part of it. It's just like boom right there.
Yep. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know Dropbox as far as search. I don't know how much it searches inside of a file. Like I can narrow down into that file. You saw me do it. I drilled down right into the file. I don't know how much Dropbox does that. I don't usually do that.
I don't even know if Dropbox does it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think it does. I'm sorry, Andrew, what?
It will search. You can search in Dropbox, but it's not nearly as easy as it is in Google Drive.
Uh-huh.
Or at least it wasn't when I've still got my Dropbox account, but I just don't use it anymore. But yeah, you could search for it because we'd have our weekly meetings and we'd have to search on which meeting had what item on the agenda where we talked about it in order to find the conversation. And so you can search, but it was not an easy, intuitive thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let's see. Terry says, Chrome's built-in viewer in Gmail can view many file types and formats, and it can save those directly to the drive. Okay, gotcha. He says, I also use OneDrive, formerly called SkyDrive, built into Windows 8, but mostly only use that for my Office 2010 documents. What other questions? Anybody have anything else?
No, this was good, Michael. Thank you.
You're more than welcome. My pleasure. I use it all the time, so I figured, what the heck, I'll show some people and show you guys, and hopefully somebody learned a little bit. I'm going to end the broadcast just for the purpose of not extending it any further, but we can sit here and chat afterward. No problem. And Terry, if you want to come in and join us, that'd be awesome. I'm sure, I think I saw Andrew put on there that he would be glad to invite you in. I won't because I don't like you. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But thanks, folks. Thanks, everybody. I hope this was helpful and informative. That's all I try and do is help out in the community whenever I can, and I know that's what we all do. We're all trying to help each other. That's why it's called User to User. Join us anytime. We love having as many people as we can come in. If you, I do a lot of helpful videos. If you're interested in those, subscribe to my YouTube channel because I love to be able to help people and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to end the broadcast. Thanks, everybody here.